I think an interesting thing about having a very data-oriented pattern recognition type of autism is how when someone asks a question or they throw out a gotcha moment, we don't have to think about the response. And I think because we've already ruminated on the information so much, so long, we've already deep dived and looked into things, and the way that our brains sort of intercompare data, I think often enough, the reason that we're dismissed so quickly is because not only, if we're talking about people that just like they've already decided that they're right, you know what I mean? But like neurotypical people at large, because they can't process things to that degree of quickness, like start to finish, they look at it as if, well, if I can't do it, there's no way you can. And you might come to the argument already, the debate or whatever, with a Walgreens CVS level receipt that's 15 feet long, and you know how all of those pieces fit together. The way when you're in the middle of that, people just, I can't do it that way, so there's no way you do. And it doesn't matter. It almost feels like they think you're making the data up. You know what I mean? It feels as though because they don't have it. Yes, maybe everything you're saying sounds right, but there's no way that's true because you couldn't have just accessed that information in your head that fast. And whether we're talking about arguing with conservatives or we're going to work and we're dealing with management wants to do some special nonsense, and you go, well, yeah, I foresee this happening, how are we going to do this? And the way that that's often dismissed, not only because of the way executives just they don't care, they want you to try to figure it out on your own, but they can't even comprehend that would have already worked out the entire process and can see a certain hurdle. And I guess I used to always get mad, and I never realized that it maybe came from a place of they just fundamentally can't comprehend that our brains are able to piece things together so fast. And on top of being able to piece things together, we do, if we're interested in a thing, have all of that data just sitting in our heads ready to go. And it does get very frustrating. It's one of the reasons that I'm scared to go back to having a regular job. It's like one of the reasons that anytime I have to interact with somebody about the social stuff that's going on in the world, they will just go, oh, well, and it's like, you need to trust me. I know my brain works differently than yours. And not only have I already seen where this is going to go, you've no comprehension of how much time I've spent reading and looking into this. And my brain keeps all of that ready to go right now.